Every way you would go broke during a gold rush. Imagine this, it's 1849 and some old man bursts into your local tavern saying, "There's gold out west." Step 1 to losing all your money during a gold rush. Botching the journey. There have been plenty of gold rushes, but we'll focus on the California gold rush from 1848 to 1855 from the perspective of a cabbage farmer that will act as a stand-in for you. While people came all over the world for California gold, you did not. Getting to where the gold is from where you are is about as easy as trying to get successful on YouTube. You have 3 main options to choose from. Option A, you can board a ship that goes all the way around the entirety of South America. It's cold, it's miserable, and you're probably packed together like sardines. There's a good chance you'll also contract cholera. The food is mostly pork, so salted it's not much different than the seawater off deck. Then you've got hardtack, food so stale it might as well break your teeth. It often get weevils in it too. By the time you reach San Francisco, months later, you're malnourished, seasick, and have probably blown through much of your budget on rum and questionable miracle cures to seasickness. Option B, go full Oregon Trail. While the Oregon Trail was not created for the California Gold Rush, it was used. You buy a wagon, some oxen, and some supplies from a dude who suspiciously smiles way too much. Then you spend months trudging through deserts, over mountains, and across rivers that absolutely want you dead. People frequently drowned or got dysentery, which if you don't know, is old-timey talk for shitting yourself to death. Option C, cut through the Panama shortcut. Sounds smart, eh? You sail down to Panama, and now you have to hike across malaria-infested jungles, and then wait ages for a ship to maybe come and take you north again. All of this is expensive, especially if you're hiring locals to help you out. Whichever route you picked, you're now poorer, hungrier, and less healthy than when you started, and you haven't even gotten a bit of gold yet. Step 2 to losing everything during a gold rush. Gearing up. You've arrived at a hastily slopped together shithole called something like No Refunds Ridge or Griftville. Time to get swindled. You see, every gold rush had merchants who were essentially the 19th century equivalent of today's scalpers and resellers, except way more ruthless and with far less shame. These entrepreneurial geniuses realized that you, dear clueless prospector, were desperate, naive, and had absolutely zero other viable options. So naturally, they marked up the prices far higher than Gamer Girl bathwater. If you're a glorious Elliot Zeal subscriber and were wondering just how bad it was, in a 2015 Smithsonian article, I was able to find reports of merchants charging over, and adjusted to $20-25, over $1 for a slice of bread or two. If it was buttered, $75. A dozen eggs might cost you $120 in today's money. Tax would be the equivalent of $2,020. A pound of coffee would be the equivalent of $1,615, and a pair of boots as much as $4,440. I didn't believe this at first, but then I remembered that at one point NFTs were selling for millions of dollars because people thought that they could make a quick buck off of it. The crazy part is that these products weren't even of great quality like the ones listed. They were shit. Somehow you were able to get a donkey at a good price, and he should help you along the way. What's a good name for the donkey? We'll go with Henry. Step 3 to losing everything in a gold rush. Getting scammed! Gold rushes attracted grifters like fleas to a stray dog. Since you've already established yourself as someone who makes terrible financial decisions, you're the perfect mark. Imagine you're huffing copium in a local saloon due to the massive financial hole you found yourself in. Then walks in 2 folks named Honest Abe and Trustworthy Tom, sporting impressive facial hair that screams, "Definitely not gonna fuck you over big time." Abe tells you he knows exactly where the real gold is. Forget those suckers in the river panning for crumps. He's got a map, and it's yours for the very low price of everything you have in your pockets. And of course, you buy it. Only after hiking into the wilderness for days, you realize that the secret map points to an abandoned outhouse. You eagerly dig it up to find shit. Then there's Tom, selling gold detectors, an elaborate contraption that would supposedly beep, or spin, or vibrate whenever near gold deposits. Except they don't. They're just fancy sticks. sometimes literally just wooden sticks, painted shiny to impress and fool the desperate folk who have sacrificed everything just to find a few flakes of gold. By the time you realize you've been scammed, Abe and Tom are already halfway to the next Boomtown, ready to fleece another eager fool. Meanwhile, you're left with nothing but a useless map and an expensive stick, and of course, your good old friend Henry. Step 4 to losing everything during a gold rush: staking your claim. At this point, you're already financially devastated, but it's time to set your claim and hopefully get some of your money back after losing nearly everything. Picking the right spot to mine for gold was an art form, one you clearly haven't mastered yet. The prime locations were snapped up long before you even left your cabbage patch. What's left? Well, let's just say it's less gold rush and more gold drizzle. You optimistically stake a claim on a barren patch of earth that even tumbleweeds avoid, convinced that your spot is just misunderstood and secretly brimming with untapped riches. To officially stake your claim, you'll need to pay some shady officials, who are often just as trustworthy as Honest Abe, who sold you the map to the outhouse. After generously emptying your pockets once more, you're now the proud owner of a dirt patch full of rocks, old boots, and profound disappointment. Undeterred, you start digging. Hours turn into days, days turn into weeks, and soon enough, you're knee-deep in mud and existential dread. Each shovel brings with it less hope and more rocks, which you painstakingly inspect, just in case they're secretly disguised gold nuggets. Meanwhile, across the river, you watch lucky prospectors pull nuggets the size of potatoes out of their claims, despite the fact that most prospectors like you will go broke. They laugh, high-five, and occasionally mockingly wave at you. You fight the tears and curse Henry the donkey for leaving you. I just want to say, if you're enjoying this video, I'm just one small creator shouting into a white void, and your support makes a much bigger impact than larger channels. YouTube told me I need engagement, so I'm begging like a theater kid seeking validation. If you want to help me keep making weird, educational, and unhinged videos, like the video, comment, and maybe even share with a friend. No idea what to comment? Just drop "I am cool," or even better, offer suggestions for what kind of content I should make. This video is actually a viewer suggestion. Subscribe, ring the bell, and do a good deed every day. Next step to losing everything during a gold rush. Step 5, the Boomtown. These towns popped up nearly overnight, built mostly from questionable timber, mud, and the shattered dreams of thousands. Stumbling into Lucky Jack's gambling hall, convinced your luck is about to change. Within minutes, you're betting some of your last remaining coins on the roulette wheel, watching what's little left of your savings evaporate. It feels like magic. Really shitty magic. After gambling away your dignity, you seek comfort in the form of alcoholism. At the local saloon, but a bottle of whiskey you desperately need. Oh no. You buy it anyways, because at this point, why not? Good chance you'll die before finances are even a problem. Before you can go to bed, you get a cultural experience the Boomtown has to offer, getting robbed by a fellow desperate prospector. Eventually, you end up sleeping in an alleyway, clutching to your overpriced whiskey bottle like it's your only friend. Because it is. Your Boomtown experience is basically being penniless, hungover, and questioning why the hell you even thought this was a good idea. Step 6 to going broke during a gold rush: the crash. The Boomtown economy spectacularly collapses, leaving you more broke than you ever thought possible. Gold rush economies were about as stable as a three-legged stool on a tightrope during a hurricane. People lived like the gold would never run out, but when gold discoveries slowed, buildings were cleared faster than a fire alarm. Merchants vanished with your money, they left a ghost town in place, and a bunch of bewildered prospectors wandering around with worthless shovels and shattered dreams. Now your overpriced shovel is worthless, your claim abandoned, and the saloons and gambling halls that distracted you from your inevitable failure are gone. You scramble to sell your remaining possessions for almost anything. Not everywhere was a complete bust. San Francisco, to its credit, did alright and is still pretty important to this day. But for you, nah, you're screwed. You're heading home broke, dignity-free, and probably bootless. So let's be clear, you didn't strike gold, you struck rock bottom. Your humiliating journey is filled with painful reminders like the time of Henry abandoning you, and that painted stick you got scammed into buying. When you finally return, friends and family greet you with a heartfelt chorus of the old-timey equivalent of "We told you so." You're now officially the local laughingstock, the fool who thought that they could get rich quick easily. But hey, at least you've got wild stories discouraging future idiots from similar catastrophic shitty life choices. If there's ever another gold rush you want to participate in, you'll definitely be on the selling side.